Okay, so now that we have the Firebase sign up working, we're gonna get a login system working and a sign in system working, or a sign up system working, and then a forgot password. So the first thing we're gonna wanna do is actually create a nav bar so that we can display like a login button. So we're going to see our components folder. We're gonna turn off our server by hitting Control C and then Y. And we're going to type in cd source, cd app, and then cd components. Then we're going to type in Ionic generate component navbar. And because Ionic's awesome, it's just going to do all the stuff for us the same way that it generated the service. So then we're going to type in cd dot dot slash dot dot slash. Oh, and then one more dot dot slash. And then Ionic serve again, just to restart our server. And we no longer need this to exist, so we're just gonna comment it out so we can reference it, but we don't want it to be creating a user with test@hotmail.com anymore. So if we click our navbar component, you're gonna see this selector is app-navbar. And what that means is that we can use this as an HTML tag and it will automatically place that component onto our page. So what exactly do I mean by that? Well, if we go to our minigames list page, we can type in app-navbar. Oh, whoops. App-navbar. And then we'll refresh our page. Oh, and we'll notice our navbar isn't there. So it says app-navbar is not a known element. And what this is trying to tell us is that it doesn't actually know what it means. So even though we have it right here, it isn't quite able to link up. And the reason why is because we have to tell Angular in our minigame list that navbar or app-navbar exists, and this is where we're going to grab it from. So what we're going to do is go to our minigame list module. So we could import our navbar into our minigames list, but then we would also have to import our navbar into every single page. And let's say we were expanding past that and we were importing like 10 things per page. We would not actually want to be typing in imports of 10 different components for each page. So we're going to create a shared component that each page can import. And that should make a little bit more sense once we do it. So I guess we can just copy our navbar component for reference. And in our components folder, we're going to make a new file called components.module.ts. And now we don't actually want to paste in our navbar component, sorry. We're going to grab our module from our minigames list. And we're just going to copy it and then paste it into components. So now we can delete the minigames list and delete it down here and delete it down here. Whoops. And then we're just going to rename this to components module. Okay, so now we need to import our navbar component from /navbar, / means current folder, /navbar.component. And now in our imports, we can type in navbar component, and then we're going to add it to our declarations. And then we're going to have another array below imports called exports. And we're going to add navbar component to that as well. Okay, so now what we've done is we've created this components module, and the only purpose for it right now is to include our navbar. And now every single page that we have, we can import our components module instead of importing the navbar, which in this specific case isn't a big deal. But once we start adding more components, we're just going to be able to import our components module rather than importing everything. So we'll import everything globally into this one module, and then if we go to like our minigame list module, we can type in import components module from // components / components module. And now if we import this, everything that we exported and declared from our components module will become part of our minigame list, including app-navbar. Looks like we're getting an error, cannot read property ID of undefined. So I want to sort of walk you through the bug process here. I removed app navbar and then refreshed the page, and we're still getting this error. So I'm not sure exactly where it came from. But I also don't want to spend a lot of time on this on camera, just in case it takes me a really long time to figure out what's going on, but it's important to learn how to bug solve. So app navbar is gone, so we know that that's not what's causing the bug. What if we got rid of the components module and then refresh the page? Okay, so it is something to do with importing our components module. So in our components module, what if we removed our navbar component? Okay, so it is once again working. So importing our navbar component seems to be causing a bug, which is strange to me because we haven't actually done anything in our navbar yet. What if I remove it from declarations? It's still there. Exports. Still there. Imports. Okay, so when we removed it from imports, it solved the problem, which is strange. So I'm gonna Google importing component cannot read property ID of undefined. Angular importing component, and let's see if we can figure something out in here. This often happens when you've mixed up imports and declarations in the pertinent module or some other such mix-up. You might, for example, have put a component in an imports array, which we did, that was the problem, where only modules should be declared. The component should be in the declarations array. Okay, so it looks like I made a mistake. I put this navbar component inside our imports, and it should only be in declarations. So maybe we don't even need it in exports. So we are going to enable app-navbar and refresh our page and see if that adds a navbar. Okay, so app-navbar is now once again not a known element. I believe we do need to have it in our exports. Let's try that. Okay, so that's still not displaying anything. Okay, so this is kind of funny. So we had to import our components module, and we got here and I didn't actually notice, but because of the background you couldn't see it. It says navbar works, which is a paragraph tag in our navbar, so it is actually working. So to reiterate what happened, we want to, in our components module, export and declare navbar component. In our minigames list module, we want to import our components module. Now we're going to start making our navbar. So we're going to type in ion-header and then ion-toolbar. And now if we refresh our page, we can see we have this toolbar. And then we can just type in div class equals header dash content dash container. And then we're going to type in ion dash title arcade. Okay, cool. And then we're going to have an ion dash button that says login. Awesome. So now we just want to go to our header content container and give it display flex. It'll automatically push our login button over. So if we go header dash content dash container, and we can use CSS in the same way in our components that we do in our pages. Display flex. Refresh our page, it should still be good. Cool. Then we want to go to our toolbar and give it a class of toolbar. We're going to type in dot toolbar background dash color is 1E, 1E, 1E. And then color is 9 CDC F0. And again, I used a color picker to figure these out. And we'll refresh. And the background color didn't seem to work. Oh, right, because we have to use a variable for this specific situation. So Ionic has a background variable that you have to change. So if we type in dash dash background, it'll work. Okay, sweet. Another thing that we can do is set our ion header or app navbar. No, we'll do ion header to position fixed or sticky, I guess. Probably work better. And then top 0. And now you'll notice if you scroll down, the navbar actually stays at the top all of the time. So we're going to do that. Class is going to be nav dash container. Or I guess we can just leave it as, we can just reference the ion header. And then we'll refresh. Okay, so finally we've got our navbar.